up? So I did not get a chance to record nor post my video yesterday. However, I did make a post yesterday on the title of this video, as you can see, is "They Lied to Me." Alright, so before getting to where I am, I ran into quite a few different people in the legal field. In doing this, I made some connections, had some people saying, hey, when you get to the legal field, reach out to us. I also had some people saying that they were going to help me get into the legal field. So, first encounter was, what's 2022 now? So I would say 2019, 2020, somewhere around in 2019, early 2020. I had an encounter with a former friend that at the time was a paralegal for a law firm in St. Petersburg. The same law firm also had locations in other areas around Tampa. So, I didn't necessarily have to work there. I was willing to work anywhere. So this person told me to send them my resume. They were going to talk me up and help me get in. Well, I sent them my resume, and the next day they go, yeah, you're not going to get a job here. And I was just like, so did you give them my resume? Did they give any feedback? Just trying to figure out if there's any adjustments I can make to make it easier for me to transition over into a job in the legal world. So, come to find out, they did not give my resume to them. They basically looked at my resume and determined for themselves that I was not a good fit for that law firm. So, I looked online and found that that same law firm was looking for a paralegal, and I applied to the job. So, of course, they came back and said that they were not interested. So, as I do from time to time, I responded back and said thank you. Well, I always say thank you, but I also put in there saying, hey, is there any feedback that you would like to give me to maybe help me further or give me a better opportunity to get into a position inside of a law firm. At the time, I had just transitioned out of law school, just working full time. So I responded with that, and I got a response back. They basically said, hey, we see that you do have a paralegal certification below, that you do have some type of educational background in law. However, we are not in a position to train right now, so we are looking for someone that does have experience. So to me, that made sense. So I told them thank you, and they told me that in the future, if I had some experience, wanted to apply again, or maybe they would have an opportunity to train, I could always apply back. So I appreciated that. So when I reached out to the person, let them know, hey, this is what I was told. This was before I found out that they lied to me. They basically said they had given them, I thought they had given them the resume. So they were like, oh, well, yeah, I could have told you that, all this different stuff. And also, that particular person, they were cool with me as long as my bank account was open. They were cool with me as long as I did what they wanted me to do. But the moment I started doing what I needed to do for me, all that went out the window. So we lost contact, don't contact me anymore, all that other stuff. But hey, yeah, got lied to, told I was going to get some help getting in. They didn't even give me a resume. What I found out in the end. Second time, I was driving for Uber, which I do part-time. And I picked up an attorney in downtown Tampa I had to go take him to pick up his car because his car was getting worked on. So we're having a conversation in the car, telling him, he tells what he does, and telling what I'm trying to do. And he was like, oh, well, here's my card. Reach out to me, and maybe I can help you. And not maybe, but I can help you get into my office because we're looking to build and expand here. So I was like, okay, awesome, great. So I go home maybe 2 days later, just because of scheduling and things like that. I call to speak to the gentleman, and they tell me he no longer works here. I said, well, just not trying to pry too much. I was kind of like, well, I met with him a couple days ago, and he just told me to reach out to him, but, I understand. And the lady was like, oh, well, he hasn't worked here in like 2 weeks. The crazy part about it was I picked him up at the law firm. So when I picked you up, you didn't even work there. So you didn't have any connections. You could not get me in. You couldn't even point me in the right direction to someone that could help me possibly get my foot in the door. So I was lied to twice before getting to where I am. And that's kind of when I started building on the do it alone mindset. I've always been a person that believed in doing things myself. I didn't want to rely on anybody, just do it myself. But after being lied to with the opportunity to possibly get into the legal field I've been trying to get into. Sorry about that. I have to go through all across railroad tracks in downtown Tampa. It's weird. But I just kind of got annoyed with the whole situation. So I stopped relying on the who you know and went back to what you know. And a lot of people will tell you that we live in a time where you have to know somebody to get into certain areas. And legal field sometimes can be one of those areas where you have to know somebody to get your foot in the door. So through prayer, my pastor praying, consistently building my resume, making myself look better, consistently applying for entry-level positions. That's the key, one of the keys too. If you don't have experience or you have very little experience, look for the entry level. Typically with those positions, they're going to train you, or they're willing to train you, or they understand you don't have the experience, so they're not going to just throw you in and say, hey, here, go for it. So look for those positions. But I would encourage you, if you are seeking someone to help you get your foot in the door, be very careful with that, just because even if they say, yes, I can help you get your foot in the door, or yes, I will help you get in front of the right person, everybody doesn't mean that. They can see your potential, but also fear, hey, if they get this job, I'm doing the same job, they could take my job. I'm not coming for your job. I just want an opportunity. Law firms typically, not all the time, but most of the time, have more than one attorney. Therefore, making it very, very easy for me to just go work for somebody else. But yeah, so being lied to kind of really pushed me to just do things my way and get my own foot in the door. It did take me another year and a half to make it happen. But I even to this day, I've been with Morgan & Morgan since October of last year. So yeah, end of October. So I'm coming up on another month anniversary here pretty soon. So even to this point, I'm excited about the opportunity that I have, and I love what I do. So I'm actually almost to work, but I love what I do every day. Some days are stressful, but even when just going back to the title of the video, people will lie to you just to try to get a leg up on you. people will lie to you sometimes just to hold you down because they feel like you may be a better, fit for the position than them. So you just have to be careful with what you do and who you trust. So as I'm pulling into work, I just want you guys to know, be encouraged. Even if someone lies to you about being able to help you get your foot in the door, just take it, brush it off, and keep moving. Your opportunity will come. Sometimes it's just about timing. And be the best version of you that you can be. Always put your best foot forward on the job, because you never know. Even though that job is not related, because you put your best effort, when you apply for another job and they call and ask about you, they'll give you a good reference. So just be mindful of that. And I want you guys to have a great day. Know that I love you, God loves you, and set the tone for your day on this lovely Tuesday. And I will catch up with you guys later. Until next time, peace.